What's up? It's your boy Madman24, and today, again, I'm starting another brand new series. I call it Ride Review. Here, I'm going to take roller coasters, theme park rides, thrill rides, flat rides, anything that you guys can think of, like that's a ride at a theme park, I'm going to review it. So, if you got something for me to review, put it down in the comment section below. Right now, let's start off with episode 1 of Ride Review. This is the Hollywood Rick Ride Rockit. Now, I'm going to go into full review. I'm going to talk about some stats. I'm going to show you a POV of the ride and give my overall thoughts at the end of the video. So, let's start off with the statistics. This has a length of over 3,800 feet. So not quite a mile, but it's a long ride. You have a height of 167 feet, top speed is 65 miles per hour, and this is made by a different manufacturer of roller coasters. It's made by Mauer Rides. And they're most known for their roller coasters such as Spider at Lagoon and the Fiorano GT Challenge at Ferrari World. I'm sorry, I just can't pronounce this word. Now here's what to expect when you go into the ride. First of all, you're going to have to put your stuff in a locker. That includes hats, glasses, cameras, all kinds of stuff that they won't allow. And what's a little bit crazier is that you're forced to go through a metal detector. And I will say the metal detectors are a good fit for everything kind of staying safe, but I don't think it's a good idea to have a metal detector twice during the line. I mean, there's the main one here, and then you have a second one later in the ride, which I'm not personally a fan of. There's other ways to do this. Say you have like cargo shorts, stuff that I'm wearing right now. You just put your loose articles in here and they won't get lost. But enough about that. Let's move on to the next topic, which is the overall theming of the ride. Now this is themed to kind of like hip style stars, kind of filming a music video, and you're the main star. And the cool thing about this ride is that you get to pick your own music when you're going through the coaster. All you have to do is just use the screen, click what kind of genre music you want, and then pick the song. There's a lot of different categories, so I'll let you figure that out when you're on the ride. The ride vehicles are definitely different than your average ride vehicle. They run 7 cars on the track at all times, which is a very good amount. And the way they can do that, which you'll see through the POV later, is that they have short trains with multiple brake runs. Now, there's 2 cars per train, and if you can see by the picture, it's split into 2 sections. The cars are arranged two seats across with 3 rows per car, which equals about 12 riders per train. And if you do the math, that equals up to 1,800 riders per hour. So I'm going to go off screen for just a split second, and I'm going to click on this link, and you're going to see what the ride layout looks like. And I'll describe it as you go through. Just as a heads up, if you guys know a very good ride, roller coaster, or amusement park attraction I should review, then please let me know. I'm always looking for new suggestions. You gotta get past the Grammarly ad. And here we go. This is the Hollywood Rick Ride Rockit kind of point of view. This is what you're going to be seeing when you're going through the ride. And something that amuses me is that this ride has a vertical lift hill, but not a vertical drop, which is not necessarily the same thing you see on other roller coasters. So again, you're going to go up the lift hill, but you're not going to go straight down. It confuses me. Like, you're not going straight down even though you just went straight up. Here you're going to go through a non-inverting loop, so this ride does not have any inversions even though it looks like it does. And like I said earlier, the reason they can run so many trains is because of these brake runs. If they need to stop a train in a certain section, they can do that. Next, you're going to go through this tiny hole in a building, and then you're going to loop all the way around. And this moment right here, that one curve around that helix, I grayed out in the back row. And you'll hear me talk about the back row a little bit more. Then again, you got another brake run. And now you're going to start weaving throughout the course a little bit, which you're definitely going to feel in the back row. And right here is my favorite part. You go through a wave turn. For anyone who doesn't know, a wave turn is basically where the car goes sideways for a split second. Another brake run, something not unusual. Then I like this part. You're going to dive through some trenches. You're going to pop back up into an angled helix. Now this part confuses me. They go up into another brake run, then you go back down, and then you kind of twist like twice, and then you head into the final brake run, which is the end of the ride. And this ride never stops moving unless it has to break down due to the moving platform loading station. You walk onto a moving treadmill, it takes you down to the ride vehicle, so ultimately the ride does not stop. Now I'm going to quickly get back to the presentation. So is this ride a smooth ride or a rough ride? Well, I'm here to tell you it's not smooth, but it's not rough either. You're going to get a very strong kind of rattle feeling the closer you sit to the back. If you sit closer to the front, you're going to get like a tiny rattle, but it's an enjoyable rattle. The back row, if you kind of lean forward too much, you're going to get jostled around, which may kind of annoy you. It didn't annoy me, because when I was sitting in the back row, I felt a lot of force going through through the angled helix at the beginning of the ride. I like that. And some bonus knowledge you should know about this ride is that it has a secret song list. So what you do to get it is you hold the top logo on the screen for about 10 seconds. Then after you put in a 3-digit code to basically a whole list of songs. You can find the list of songs on the internet, but this is all I found online for mine. I've used the secret song list and it is very fun. The only downside is that you cannot make a video with it. Normally they shoot clips of you on the ride with other songs, but with the secret song list, you cannot make a video with it. That's the only downside I have with it, but I love the secret song list. I've chosen Blue Man Group multiple times, and it fits so well. So now let's move on to the final thoughts. What are my final thoughts? If you really like roller coasters, like a coaster enthusiast, then you're gonna get off feeling satisfied. But at the same time, you're also gonna feel a little bit unsatisfied because there was a little bit of a rattle during the ride, which sometimes annoys people. But if you're a fan of roller coasters in general, then you're gonna like this ride. And for my final score, I'm gonna give it an 8.2 out of 10. A roller coaster that deserves a 10 has to make me say, this is the best ride I've ever ridden. It's amazing. So at this point, the 8.2 is not comparing to all the rides I've ever ridden at an amusement park. This is comparing to all the rides, like roller coasters. I'm going to have separate categories like dark rides, flat rides, and roller coasters. So for roller coasters, it's an 8.2. Not a bad ride. Could use a couple of updates, but hey, not bad, Universal. They know what they're doing. So thank you guys so much for watching. Comment below what kind of rides, roller coasters, and attractions I should do on ride review. If you like the video, do me a favor and give it a big old thumbs up. Anyway, I've been Madman24. You've been you. And as always, thank you for watching.